chute. This is going to be your 2018 Classic champion. This is Chase Provost, just graduated from 8th grade. Your two-time state champion in the 1600 and the state champion this year also in the 800. And next, coming out of the turn and into the chute, won the first 3 classics. This is Marty Klipp from Cedar Rapids, my son. There we go. Next onto the straightaway, in 3rd place, this is Ryder James. In the red over black, he will be your 3rd place finisher.
Going through? Yeah, you should have 3 on there.
3, yeah, plus the test is 4. Yep.
Okay, well, good.
All right.
I would probably tell them to go that way. They're pretty scary and going to be mass chaos.
One more lap on the outside, you're right.
Thank you!
Good work.
Where do I go? One lap and then finish. Hey, now go to the inside lane, Go run.
And next into the chute in 4th place, former Irish great, now running for Milliken, this is Ricky Esparza. And then next into the chute, all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana, former great runner for us in track, this is Marty Wilkie. And then one of the great lawyers in the area, this is Bill Dickinson.
Nice run. Oh, jeez.
Good job, guys.
He's hoping not.
Let me ask you this. You were bad at bringing water?
Yeah, so it's a great
Yeah, they forced me right over somewhere here. You okay? You were running, man, when I saw you walk up. No? Good job. Here we go.
Next into the chute, this is Christian Provost. I'm sorry, Justice Provost. I'm getting them all confused. There's too many of them. Nice job, Justice. Great job. And next on the final straightaway, Consular Drew Parsons, another former great runner for the Irish, and then went on to a great career out at Knox College. Next into the chute, 132, this is Rod Call. And our next finisher in the chute will be Dave Marsali, another Irish graduate, and he'll be chased into the chute by Rick Loving.
Thanks, good run for you.
You ready for a water? Right here, this one. They just finished. Oh, yeah, it's not. They don't want it. They want it.
Next into the chute, great former Irish runner, all-stater, the 1600-meter run champion in track when he was a senior, Sean Sullivan.
Did that one just click? Yeah. Okay, because I can't hear sometimes when he's talking. All right.
Your next finisher on the final straightaway, this is Pat Kerner. He'll be chased into the chute by next year's freshman, Joey Quigley. Next into the chute, this is David Quigley. And your next on the final straightaway, this is the head junior high cross country coach for Bishop McNamara High School, John Beavis.
Another one.
Couple of great finishes here by some young people. Next on the finish straightaway, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, former runner for the Irish, Andy Jardina. And our first woman, this will be our female champion on the final straightaway. This is Julie Loving. In the red over black, former great runner for the Irish back in the early 90s, this is Mike Wolf. Joins us all the way from Indianapolis. Your next finisher, a junior at Bishop McNamara next fall, this is Connor Curtis. He's being chased in the chute by recent graduate Josh Quigley, both runners for the Irish. On to the final straightaway. Graduate, one of our great runners, one of our boys sectional champions when he was here as a junior. This is Ethan Powers, now at the Citadel. And another former great Irish going into the chute. This is Lauren Anderson. She ran for us as Laura Bro, was on our state trophy team in 1995. And then we got Addie Langlet, Krista Superna, and Mrs. Baker.
Did I just get 3 in a row there? Okay.
In the gray over red, this is Bill Yanka. Irish graduate. Now on the final straightaway, this is Chuck Parsons. And in the blue over pink, one of our former great runners, Rachel Bro, 4-time state qualifier in cross country.
going to start hearing my beeping too. Hmm? We're going to start hearing my beeping too. Okay.
In the blue, this is Rob Havens, and he's being chased by Rich Olmstead. All finishers, there's water, apples, and bananas under the gold tent. Under the gold tent. And now going to the shoot, two of the greats all time for the Irish. In the blue, that's Melanie Mentz. She's come all the way up from Nashville, and with her is Taylor Bennett, still our school record holder in the mile, I believe. And three-time All-Stater. Next approaching the chute in the white, that is freshman to be Jade Baker, being chased by sophomore to be Kaylee Woolman, both members of the Irish cross country team. I'm sorry, Jade's also a sophomore. I don't know why I said that.
You need some water? Here. You want to give her some water?
Time is hot. Take your time. Good. Yeah. Yeah. You want her tag? Yeah. There you go. We'll put some water in your bag. Is that okay?
Oh, man, looks like you got your laces. Literally, man, it's a while I untied my shoe. I thought you were going down for Yeah, I'm trying to do it again.
Oh, I'm in the way, Trisha. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the walkers to make sure they don't go through here. You're what? You're okay? Okay. Walkers, I'll have you guys come this way.
Everybody goes through the chute, don't they?
No. Oh, we did. We did.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wow. There you go.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
One more lap.
Into the chute, this is Ben Grislack. Will be a freshman next year.
Gonna do what?
Yeah, there's water.
And next in the chute, this is Jill Davis in the pink over black.
One more, Charlie. Good job.
Yeah.
Next approaching the chute in the pink over black, this is Suzanne Boudreau. And then the Ballones, who we thank so much for their support of this race. Dr. and Mrs. John Balone into the chute together.
He a walker or a runner? What? I don't know, I clicked him, so he doesn't have a number. And they just let him go through, Dave. And they didn't do anything, I don't think.
What now? Oh, okay. What that mean? Yeah, that's
Next into the chute, this is Jackie Granger.
Did they get that kid that was in the orange shirt? Okay.
laps around. You got it. One more lap. That's not Cheryl. Give it up. You don't want anybody to have it. Almost done. Hey, Jackie!
Tags are surprisingly dry.
Into the chute, this is Charlie Groneman of Pontiac.
Hi, how are you? Walkers, you can come this way if you want. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna fight you for it! Megan, you can have it. No, it's okay. You can have it. Oh, yours right there. You worked for it. Yeah. Good job! Nice finish!
finish by Master Quigley there.
I stopped. I can't get going again. Go! Way to do it, man.
Cheryl just finished.
Where?
No, she's not Cheryl. Laura.
I want to know.
Not Laura Girl, the other one. Like YMCA. I keep it watching.
Remind all the runners there's water and fruit under the gold tent.
John, everybody tells me this clock's all over a minute. I don't know if it's recording these times in there.
Ask him.
Everybody tells me that the time up there is a minute off. Close to a minute off.
Go, Mark!
Shit, I know what eighth graders think they turn up the number 15. I don't know. Everybody told me the time they had on their watch. Takes a while. I didn't know. They went this recording or the ones on.
I've got 40:52.
It says 38:51.
That's pretty close, man.
Up there it says
Clock's within
38:51.
3 minutes.
Which one's going into your computer?
That's registry.
It just turned 39.
Yeah, it's 39:13.
She said 39:13 just then on the clock.
The runners that have finished, I know all of you just ran world records, but the time on the clock at the finish line is not correct.
Oh!
But the times that we were recorded are correct. So if you timed yourself, you know what you are, and if not, we'll post it.
Are they walkers or
But
runners?
it's off almost 2 minutes, I think.
I'll get some water and fruit over underneath the gold tent.
Ken, Klipp. Klipp. Announce for Pat Kerner to come over and see me. Who? Pat Kerner.
Pat Kerner, if you're within the sound of my voice, Dave Bolte needs to see you.
Verified time? I was 21:30. 2130.0. I didn't stop at the arch.
Yeah, I stopped after they got my beers. I was 25.
Every picture of me holding my watch is fantastic.
I do that purposely sometimes. Like,
Steve, I'll get you 25, 40.
yeah, it's 25, 42. I stopped it about later. So.
These pins right now.
Yeah, when I saw 1907 coming in, I'm like, yeah, no way.
I didn't even look up.
But they don't want to mix with you guys. Post my time 2 minutes fast.
All right. Hey in advance. Come on. We'll see how it goes.
Free race only.
What'd you do? Ooh, man. You have some shade out there, buddy.
Good job, ladies. Nice job.
I can get him from here. Did you just click too? Or did I double click? Okay, I just clicked it once. I heard a beep beep. Yeah, it was the last one. I heard 2 clicks. I thought maybe you.
Not 2 clicks and one of them didn't.
One of them won.
Well, actually 2 of them got 2 clicks and one of them didn't. I got 3 to the top one.
Oh. Look at that number, so I'll get. Chat. It is 134.
Ray just got out of the shower and stepped in my left.
What's that?
That's how I deal with this. Small slide, more slide.
That's one running the clock?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. But your other times are fine, though. Okay. Well, I thought when that lead runner got on the track, it was 13 minutes. I thought, man, I doubt that. But what do you? I don't know.
Are you a walker? Yep, just come right through here. Open it this way, sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking, is Faith?
Well, the water was still there. They still had water. I don't know if those girls were low too. How many people we have left? Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Can you say hi? Go sit. Keep working on that. Yeah. Should we line kids up
Just a note to the runners, if you have a bottle of water, hang on to it. Even if it's empty, we're bringing out jugs of water. You can refill it. The bottles of water are gone, but you will be able to refill it, so don't toss it. Keep it in your hands. And there is some water still at the end of the finish chute. If you haven't gotten water or you need more, there are still a few bottles of water left at the end of the finish chute. So head on down there and get some more water if you need it, and there's fruit under the tent. As soon as we get everybody finished, we'll have the awards right here in front of the tents. And once again, I think we've figured out, if you looked at the time on the clock as you finished, I think it was 2 minutes and 6 or 7 seconds. Too fast. So if you timed yourself, fine. If not, if you're going by that time, subtract 2 or add 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And the official times will be right. The official times that we're recording in the van are correct, but the clock was off by a couple minutes.
Is everybody waiting for what's her name?
There's a finish medal at this one. First guy coming in at 17.
Well, it probably hit, I don't know how long it takes to make one lap around the track. It was like 13 something when he got here on your clock, which would have been 15 something, so probably, yeah.
One of Bishop Mac's finest.
Okay, if there are any youngsters who would like to participate in the Leprechaun Dash, if you would start assembling down at the south end of the track, that's the end away from the street, and you'll find Miss Taylor Bennett down there, and she will give you some instructions, and when we get an opening,
Thank you.
we're going to try to run the Leprechaun Dash. So anyone interested in doing that, it's down by the scoreboard, up against the fence, down by the scoreboard, and they'll get it lined up as quickly as we can. Thank you. We still have some people on the course, so we're going to allow them to finish before we do the awards.
Where's the Leprechaun Dash going to be? It's going to be down by the scoreboard. No, I don't think he's trying to work here. Oh, I kicked the cord. I didn't stop it, did I? I feel like I need a cracker or a break.
So does she enter the walk or the? Kind of selfish what she does, but. So even that came back to bite somebody else. Whoops, camera's on. Nobody hears this, do they?
We'll go like right here. What are the big ones for? I mean, they look the same, so I don't think it matters. I think they just, you know, had those from last year or something, I would say. Do you want to keep them on your side? Sure. We'll put it under the road. No, it's good. No, we can just set it down and wait.
This is the last call. If there are any youngsters who want to participate in the Leprechaun Dash, you need to
might be a
report down
clip
here to the south end of the
above
stadium.
rope on the other side.
We're lining them up and we're about to start.
Yeah.
So yell and wave at us if we should be waiting for somebody.
So therefore we can just hold this. Yeah, it is.
Hayden,
Is he really fast? What you can do no, we can both find out some stuff at the end. Steal this.
All right, we need to clear the track area. The Leprechaun Dash is about to start. They'll be running from the south end to the finish chute. So we need to clear lanes 1 and 2 and 3 maybe.
Right, yeah.
All right, kids, you all set? It'll be, I'm going to just use a regular kind of say, ready, set, and go. No, not yet, not yet. Well, come back. I was just telling you what I was going to do. Wait. I know, man. Okay, I'm sorry.
Are there bubbles? I think there's bubbles. There's no 2 ladies out on the course.
All right, awesome.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
Right here. All right. Good job.
You ought to give him the ribbon.
All right.
Memento.
No, you
All right,
won.
Davis. Good job, buddy. Woo! All right, perfect. Good job.
So fast. There you go.
Good job. Good job. I think so. Here you go.
Ellie Bear! Good job, kiddo!
Wow, great job. Can you come right here? Go right to the finish line at the same time. Sorry. Yeah, I would do that one.
You ran the race.
Good job.
Right here. Stand right here. Turn around, look at me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice job.
I did the last. It wasn't that I was
Can do the last lap. Oh.
Got it. You guys want a photo? I got some talk all of them. Okay. Asher, go say hi to your dad. Hey, say hi to your dad. The sun's not that bad, so I don't want any glares from you guys. No. That's probably the second one that I got. Yeah, that's the second one. The first one's good though. I was doing two. I was trying to get two though in days. This one didn't turn out very good.
What's that?
Say hi.
Oh, they're gone.
Past the time to count.
What's that now?
Am I past the time to officially count? Aren't you part of the finish line too?
Yeah. Did
So
you finish?
what's your answer? Am I too late to even
tag.
count?
You need your tag.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm going to click you right now.
Thank you.
There you go. You need a tank of what?
We still have two competitors on the course, so stay cool, and we'll be with you in just a few minutes.
I mean, you shouldn't have to wait for her to get it. took him, I gave you the tag. We were kind of going to do that last week.
We got a couple out there.
Yeah, they're on the south end.
Good, I think you got one more behind.
Yeah, she has support. I think they walk in with her. Thanks.
He was behind Karen that's coming in right now when I was out on the course.
Coming onto the straightaway here, this is Karen Dannenauer with great courageous effort. Especially in this heat, as you all well know.
She started having her surgeries yet? Who's the other woman they said was still out there? Oh, okay. I don't know. Is she one of the ones at the Winterfest? Okay. Right, going across the track. Man, she's thin. they got her at the end of the track, I see. What's that? Yeah, you might as well. Make these people wait in heat.
On the finish straightaway, this is Karen Dannenauer. Did the full 5K today. A great effort on a really tough day, as you can imagine. That is a great effort on a very tough day for everybody. We have one more runner who's just entering the stadium on the far side.
You want a little water?
And we're going to get some of the pre-award stuff out of the way and then start the awards here shortly.
Thank you.
You can have that. We're good.
Oh,
Want me to pour it on you?
I want to get around to the grass first, because then we fall over.
Right.
One thing we're going to start with first, some of you have heard of it and you stopped by the table and seen it. It's called the Run for the Fallen, which is going to be explained here by some folks who know a lot more about it than I do. It's a coast-to-coast run across the United States, and each mile is dedicated to someone who has given their life in the service of our country. I know we just honored Captain Beaupre today. His mile was actually out in Arizona. The man I'm about to introduce you flew out there to run that mile with him. It's his high school track coach when he was a mile relay state champion here. This gentleman to my right in the orange shirt, John Schultz, was his coach. I was the head coach. John was the sprint coach. And he went out, and he and some other folks that are dealing with Run for the Fallen, because it's going to come through Kankakee. And we're looking for people to come out and support it, to run in it, to be part of it, to cheer it on, and so on. And that's all I know. So if there's more that they can tell you, John will start. Maybe his wife, Kathy, some other folks are all going to get involved here and make sure you know everything you need to know about it. So this is John Schultz.
Thank you, Kenny. That sums it up. So actually, I'm thrilled you covered a lot of it, so I get to say a lot less. Yeah. So yeah, we went out and did that, and it was really a moving experience. What they do is they honor fallen soldiers at every mile, and it's done chronologically, starting with the sailors lost on the USS Cole by the terrorist attack. That's why Ryan Beaupre's mile was all the way in Mesa, Arizona, because of when he was lost chronologically. So anyway, we're looking for runners, we're looking for sponsors, we're looking for clappers and cheerleaders, and just, maybe people that show up at a particular mile marker and cheer the runners along. Please go to runforthefallen.com and get more information. You'll see them, runforthefallen.org. And I was just corrected by my wife. I wish she would just take the microphone. So,
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Kenny says that's a big club. Please take the mic. please come and talk to us at the table here, because we can give you information there based on questions rather than me just throwing information at you now. And now we have a runner. Please cheer her on. Huh?
Go, Lori!
Lori Symington. Keep it up,
Go,
Lori.
Lori!
But they will be entering Kankakee County June 19th. They're going to start in Marseilles, but then they'll enter the county, and it's always approximate at the time of day, and that's the kind of information you can find on the website, because they're going to average about 9 to 10 minutes per mile, with about 2 minutes per mile honoring soldiers lost at a particular day. You will see, well, they will come down 113, and along 113 you will see markers at a mile, be like a laminated designation on a signpost or something like that. So anything anybody can do, like I say, if you show up in the courthouse that evening when they arrive, if you work at Riverside and you're taking a break and they're running by and you cheer and wave an American flag, anything is appreciated. I'm sure the runners can attest to when you're out running in this kind of heat, and I'm sure June 19th it'll be as warm or warmer than today. When people cheer you along and thank you for what you're doing, it helps out a lot.
I need you every race.
Please come and talk to us here. We can answer your questions. Thank you.
Okay, hello. I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to take a quick second to thank our donors today, without whom this race wouldn't have happened, and quite frankly, without whom we couldn't do what we do at Bishop McNamara without. I know a lot of you have children here at Bishop Mac, or have had, and you know all too well that tuition bill you get every month. And but what you might not know is there's a big gap between what it costs to educate our kids and what we pay in tuition. And sponsors and donors like today are what make it possible. And they don't have to do that, but they do because they realize what we have going on here is a good thing. And so what I want you to do tonight, when you go home, take a look at the back of that t-shirt you got today. Take a look at this slip that was in everybody's bag. And if one of these companies or businesses provides something that you need, a product, a service, please go to them. Help them out, because they help us out. Thank you. I lost Ken. Where'd he go?
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my gosh.
Right, Karen? You okay?
Dave's about to bring out over the results. One last thing, too, just from my standpoint, it's always humbling and kind of embarrassing, actually, to have a race after you. As long as it's not the memorial, I guess I'm okay. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and staying so long and being here with us. And the committee that did this, and I know I'll leave people off, but some of the people on the committee, obviously Haven and his wife Anna, I don't know if anybody can work any harder than they had, helping set this race up, get volunteers, do everything that needed to be done. Mindy Corbett, wherever Mindy is, there she is, waving, was on the committee. Taylor Bennett was on the committee.
Mine's behind my
Wherever
back.
Taylor went, if she's still here, Taylor's back over here. Erica Van Mill. Erica, where'd you go? She's kind of been the driving force from the office down there. And who am I leaving out? Sandy Malpizzuto, who some of you know lost her mom this week, so she couldn't be here. But anyway, all those people, I don't do anything. I just show up today and they hand me a microphone, which is an idiotic thing to do. And so I want them to know how much I appreciate all their hard work. It's been inspiring watching them, making me tired actually, but they've done a tremendous job of putting this together, and I thank them for that. So you want to give them all a great big hand. And if I left anybody out, all the people on the course, all the volunteers who worked at the registration and worked with the refreshments and worked on the course, anybody who helped in any way, please know that didn't go unnoticed or unappreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to do the awards, see who's still here. And we'll start with the overall winners. We'll go from third to first. In third place on the women's side, she ran 25:31 today, Amelia Gray. Amelia, are you here? She gone, somebody said. Third place on the men's side, he ran 18:14 today, and he's only 14 years old, and it's Ryder James. Our top three, we got two 14-year-olds and a 41-year-old. Looks like there's some symmetry there. I don't know. Nice job, Ryder. Good work. The runner-up for women today ran 25:02. It's Andy Wegner. The runner-up for men with a time of 17:51. I love this one like a son. He lives in Cedar Rapids, Iowa now. Great runner for the Irish back in his day, an all-state cross-country runner, Marty Klipp. Still our school record holder in the 3,200-meter run. That's the 2-mile for you old-timers. And our champions on the ladies' side. She ran 24:50 today, Julie Loving. I think Julie's still 29, aren't you? Yes, 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 yes. Nice job, Julie. And our men's champion, again, only 14 years old, just graduated from 8th grade. Will be a freshman here next year. He ran 17:31 today, Chase Provost. Here he comes. As we mentioned, Chase, the two-time IESA state champion in the 1,600-meter run. He ran 4:35, for those of you who know times. This year he ran 4:35, and he also won the 800 down there this year in 2:05. So, nice job. Great job, Chase. Okay, our Masters winners. On the ladies' side, she ran 29:05 today, Tanya LaJess.
Sitting in your van, Dave.
And this is the first race of her life. And now on the final straightaway, Lori Symington.
Woo!
Nice job, Lori. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Nice job. Great effort in this hot
I decided I had to go backwards instead of
weather.
forwards.
Good work.
Yay! I can't cheer. Okay.
And our Masters champion on the men's side, he got 5th in the race today, and I don't want to tell stories about him, but he's 53.
Karen.
And he got 5th overall in the race today. Just a great, great effort. Lives down in Indianapolis now, a great track runner for us when here at Bishop.